everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another flea market toy hunting video. Yeah, I'm starting this video here way after I visited the flea markets because I actually didn't film a real intro. I mean, the one I filmed was kind of short. But I always will show the flea market footage and then in between show you what I got here in my studio living room up close and give you some details. So I'm not exactly sure if this will be one video again or two videos. It was actually 2 Sundays spread across 2 weekends that I visited some flea markets, and I cannot really tell if the footage is more better for 2 videos or for one. I will film this whole part, which I always put in between, definitely in one video. So if it's 2 videos, then you will see me twice in the same outfit here, because it's the first weekend, the first 2 flea markets. I think I got more stuff, but I filmed less. And then the next weekend I filmed a lot, so I have a lot of footage, but actually didn't find much. So it's I don't know. So let's see how this turns out. Yeah. Let's see what we can find here. So I was really anticipating this flea market that I went to first, because from last year I still knew that it is a really big one, and it just happens every 2 weeks. And at first there were no dates for this flea market announced, and I was like, oh, maybe it's not happening anymore, because there are a couple of flea markets that are not happening anymore this year. But luckily, at one point, all the dates popped up, and I was really excited to go to that flea market because I found already a lot of stuff there. So yeah, this time also some pretty good stuff. So the first vendor I went to, I right away saw that there were some colorful things. This is the Fisher-Price telephone from Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bought this thing. That's a baby toy. Why are you buying this? Actually, the main reason is really because I know this toy from Toy Story 3. This is the Chatter telephone, or the, in German, Plapper Telefon, from Fisher-Price. The handle, you can read Fisher-Price, the logo, and it is one of the best well-known toys from this company. They started producing the Chatter telephone in 1961. Back then it looked a little bit different. It was more boxy, and also actually this version is in the Toy Story movie, Toy Story 3, in the kindergarten there, it's there, and also says that I've been there for so many years, and so it makes sense that it would be the older version, because this one actually it says 2000, so it is the updated version. They're still producing this one today, so I have no idea when this was purchased, but it will still look good in my Toy Story collection until I maybe find the other one. And interestingly enough, they still also produce the other version as more like a retro version. So this is more like a box, and this one's a little bit more rounded, but it's still basically what it was in the 60s. So you have this thing to pull it, the wheels are turning, and while the wheels are turning, the eyes are moving, and you can just play hello hello, and this one makes noises, It's a baby toy, and I think at one point they started doing not this like wheel here, because it's like super outdated, right? Nobody had telephone with this like with this thing still. So the children will actually ask themselves, what is this supposed to be? So they started producing the like button version in like 2000 or something, or in the end of the 90s or something. But they got so many like the requests to change it back, because like this is what we know chatter telephone like, and so they still producing it with this wheel. I don't know what you call this, where you can like 1, 2, 4, 5. That was interesting. I didn't know that. So yeah, this will not go into this collection. This will definitely go on my Toy Story display, which is in my bedroom. So a couple of stands away, I noticed something else in this like color scheme. I'm really drawn to this one. It's from Tiger, so it's like the handheld systems, etc. But it's a Pokemon camera. It's from 1989 or 99, so it's, I consider it vintage. What else do we have here? Lots of VHS. I found lots of VHS also like for free at the streets recently. I think I'm gonna get this. I got this Pokemon Pikachu camera. It's by Tiger. Tiger is a company that has done like lots of electronic things. I think they're best known for the like the LCD handheld systems. You know, if you couldn't afford a Game Boy or something, you just had one little thing with an LED screen that you could push buttons, and that would be like, I don't know, for different franchises, for whatever. And this is what I know the company Tiger best for. But apparently they also produced cameras, Pokemon cameras. This one's from, it says 1999, so it's the original first Pokemon merchandise that came out. I think in Europe it was released a little bit later, like 2001 or something, like 2 years later or what. And yeah, indeed it is a real camera. Like, not a digital one, you still have to put a film here in and put a battery in here, and then you would like whatever you could do with all of these different things. I had a normal camera when I was a child, so and then you would look through here and push the dicta, or what is it called in English? This is called dicta in German. It's really funny. This one is a well, it's actually not the Pokeball, it's purple, so it's the Master Ball, right? And the whole camera, here's the normal Pokeball, here's the on and off switch, and here's Pikachu. The question is it working? I'm not sure. Here was a battery in which was corroded. I of course put it out, but this is still corroded. I don't have anything to like get rid of this corrosion. I'm pretty positive it could work. So if I would get this a little bit more clean and then put a new battery in, and I would really like to try it out. I mean, you can still buy these films that get in here. I would really love to try it out. I'm not a huge Pokemon collector, I mean Pokemon merch collector, but I was a huge Pokemon fan like back then, right around that time, and I actually had another phase of being a huge Pokemon fan when the games of like Pearl and Diamond, and then like Soul Silver, and up until X and Y, and those Pokemon games. So there were two phases in my life where I was a huge Pokemon fan. I'm just not collecting it, but this is like it's really neat. And I looked it up, and if you have a working one in a working condition, I don't know if this is working, but then they are worth quite a lot of money. I've seen sold listings for around €90, and if it's not in a working condition, then it still goes for around €20. So I think €2, that's a cool thing to have. So it's just a neat little a novelty item if it won't work, which I'm not sure yet. So in between, which I didn't film because that day I was really lazy in filming. I don't know, and I didn't have my hands free to film because this was a box full of everything. I don't know, a lot of McDonald's things, I think. Then I had this in my hand, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't even know why, but for some reason I opened it up because here's like a small door, and what I see is a Generation 2 pony in there. So this is from the McDonald's line of Generation 2 ponies, so from 1990, when is it, 1999? Yeah, 1999. And it would come with these little plastic G2 ponies, and I don't know, I think it looks cute. I can put it in the background of my Gen 2 collection and it would just look good, so I just picked it up for 50 cents. I don't have any footage of it. And then I came across a box that looked promising.
Well, but the excitement faded pretty fast when I realized that these are all pretty much fakies. There you can see one G4 pony, this Princess Cadence, no, not this one, these are all fakies. I still wanted to show them to you, but those are like, it's just I don't pick them up. Yeah, this is a real Generation 4 pony, but I already have it, so really wasn't interested. Yeah, well, right around the corner, I found actually a G4 pony that I wanted, and there were so many different little things. Yeah, I discovered another G4 blindback pony, and then I went through all of this little stuff again. Yeah, that was already better than the last pony box. I don't know what these are. They're quite cute, but they have no affiliation with ponies and also not with fillies. No idea what this is. Yeah, and then I got interested in those glasses. Why are you interested in that crap? Basically, I already have 2 of them, and I mean, why not pick up the one I don't have? Probably doesn't cost much. I actually have discovered something else, but then the seller comes and tells me like how much all the stuff. So all the small things are like 50 cents, and the plush €1, and if you take more than that, then you will get like a huge discount, something like that. Yeah, I saw that one.
So yeah, as you saw, like this one box, there was just one G4 pony, Princess Cadence, which I have already 2 of, so I was like, really don't need that, and the rest were fakies, and even fakies that I would be remotely interested in. But right around the corner, I got some stuff, as you saw. Like at first, I just definitely, right away, I saw this Fluttershy. Yeah, of course, I also have different Fluttershys, but for me, this is the first Fluttershy in the reboot pose. So this is like the poses that were made after like 2017, like 2016, I think was the last year when they did the normal G4 poses, and then they changed it up when the movie came around. And no, the hair was like as for all of these ponies, the late G4 ponies, the hair is like absolute crap, but I think I could rescue it. So it doesn't look too bad anymore. It's still not in a very good condition, and I had to like chop a little bit, like 1 centimeter I had to cut off or something, but you can at least show it. It's quite cute. In particular, I have nothing against these reboot poses for the G4 ponies. Just the quality went down completely. Nice to have this Fluttershy. And I picked up these 3 things. Like, this is like, why did you pick this up? I mean, this is super hilarious. Like, Hi, I'm Rainbow Dash. These kind of glasses are from McDonald's. There was a set of all of the main 6 at one point. I don't know when exactly that was released, but around the time span of G4, maybe 2015 or I don't know when. And one of them, like the rarity one, I had in, I don't know, a lot, like last year from a flea market. I didn't like buy it like to have it. It was just in the slot. Then a couple of weeks ago I found the Twilight Sparkle one out at the street in a box, and then I found this one at a flea market and I just put it in this thing. Like it cost nothing because I got these two, this, and then the other thing for like, this was €1 and all of this was €1, so I don't know what it is, 25 cents. So maybe one day I will have like, I don't know, all of them for no reason. This little blind bag pony I also picked up. The eyes look totally strange, but it's not a fake. It just, I think the eyes are printed a little bit too high. And I picked up this little doggy or whatever you want to know. It's more like a bunny. That's from LOL Surprise. It's not from me. I always just pick them up when they are cheap for my niece. So my youngest niece likes them, so she will get this one. And then the biggest thing there is this pony. So I broke my rule to not get any of those baby ponies there that are like have the plush body, but I never wanted to have them. I think the weekend before at the flea market I even like saw this exact one, which he wanted. I asked if he wanted like €8 or something, and I was like, oh my god, I would never buy this, so I don't even want to have them. But at this vendor at this flea market, she was again, and I actually like, this is the only one that I kind of like because she has like long hair. So most of the other ones that are really baby, they just have like a tuft of hair, but this one, it has lots of brushable hair. So it kind of works to me as to be like a My Little Pony. And this is Cheerilee. It is the Cheer Me Up Cheerilee from 2010. So it's from, it goes into the generation 3.5 line, so very short before they switch to generation 4. Cheerilee is like more like one of the core 7 characters from generation 3 and G3.5. I kind of liked her, and she was like €1. And when I was at home, I washed her. Like the only thing is like she has a name written on here, but like when you style the bangs over it, nobody's gonna see it. She's still in a very good condition. Hair is really nice, nice colors. I think she looks pretty cute. And when I washed her, I was like, yeah, I mean, you can't put her into the washing machine because she's got a battery in here. So I was like, what's she doing? She's probably talking, but I was like, I don't know, there's probably no battery in there. And then I was like, what?
Jeg har det ikke så godt.
What? And then I accidentally touched here.
Hør mit hjerte slå. Jeg elsker blomster.
What language is this? I mean, if you're generally like from an English-speaking country, then you're just like, oh, wasn't that German? Like, no, that was not German. It was not English, obviously. That's not Spanish. That's not French. That's not an Asian language. I was like, really like, what is this? At first, I thought like it might be Turkish because like we have here in Berlin, there are living lots of Turkish citizens. So it's like maybe they brought it over from Turkey. That's definitely not Turkish. Like Turkish completely sounds different. Then I was like, maybe it's something like it's Dutch, but Dutch also is different because I would recognize more words when I hear Dutch because it's very similar to German. And like the only way, do you know what it is? I think it's one of the Scandinavian languages, right?
Jeg har ondt i maven. Vi skal lege.
I don't know, is it maybe Finnish or Norwegian or Swedish or I don't know. If you know what language this is, then please tell me. I couldn't find out yet. I know there might be like a translation app that I could like play it to or whatever, but I don't know. But it sounds pretty cute, right? And the voice isn't even annoying. So I'm like, kind of like her. I really hope I don't buy any more of those, but I absolutely don't regret buying her. Although this is like the next baby toy that I picked up. Yeah, in between I found something. I also have no footage of this, which is actually not a toy, but I really like this mini backpack. It's black and like, you know, it's like glossy and has this, what is it? It's more like Dalmatian print, so it reminds me so much of Cruella de Vil. I don't know, it's not a brand or anything, it just says Paris here at this little dangly thing here at the zipper, and it's super small. It's even like too small to fit my wallet in, but come on, like 50 cents. I just got it. Maybe I can use it at some point. Like, woo. I think it's really cool. So where do I put this? I didn't even know that there are these super small valves. I mean, you know, last weekend I found a big one, and I, like per coincidence, I stumbled upon that these are the brushes for them. And it seems there were also those small ones. They came in these containers. I probably don't take one of those containers. And look what I also found. It's not like, I personally wouldn't consider this vintage, because you can see it's already the late 90s, early 2000s Polly Pocket logo, but this is still one of the compacts, and this is one of the bigger play cases, but I mean, nice to find something like this. Yay! Flea market is big, so there were lots of vendors with like, I mean, that I found nothing. It looks like I found a lot, but it's also a really big flea market. Then I come to this vendor, and I actually, the only first thing that I see, oops, are these little guys here. No, they are not trolls. When you see them up close, you will see what they are. And I also saw this, and yeah, these are little zelfs. Do you remember, like in last flea market video, I picked up one of the big zelfs? These are super small ones, so they are called like little zelfs, so lil. And this I also saw, that's a comb, and it belongs to the bigger zelfs. So apparently this seller, like her daughter, I think she sold stuff from her daughter, she liked zelfs, and she said, yeah, this one belongs to the bigger ones. I've already sold them, so there were more zelfs before that, but I just picked those up. They are actually a toy, like a blind bag toy, not in a bag, more like in a little, I don't know, container, where just the hair, the top of the hair was sticking out, so you didn't know, like this, so you didn't know which one was in there. This one is a little bit more special because it got rainbow hair. It's, I think, the only little zelf that has like more hair colors than just a single hair color. Yeah, nothing special, but yeah, why not? And yeah, these leaf combs belong to the bigger zelfs. But just after I saw this, I realized, oh, wait, this vendor has more interesting things. I totally glanced over it. Yeah, a Polly Pocket. Well, not one that I would really like, of course, it's not one from the, what I would consider as a vintage Polly Pocket. Still, this is from 1980, then yeah, from 1998. So it's just one of the first ones that looked a little bit different. And it's the camera fun, and I mean, yeah, it really looks like a camera. So it was kind of a camera day, right? A Pikachu camera, a Polly Pocket camera. Well, this is not a camera, so it looks like it. You can here, and then you can push the button, and it actually, you see that? It lights up. Here it's like click click, click, click. You can also look through it, but of course it is a real Polly Pocket set, so it opens up and reveals a wedding chaplet or wedding church or something. It's still one of the small ones, but the figurines looked already different. So from 1996 to 1997 or 1997 around, the change happened when the Bluebird toys was then completely sold to Mattel. So then Mattel completely took over, and all of the stuff, like, really, it's not what it used to be. This is the newer Polly Pocket logo from that era. And I mean, it still is pretty detailed. You can see this is like the wedding table. I think you can get this out. Yeah, and there you can unscrew it to get the battery. But there was still a working battery in there, so I didn't need to do anything for the light. And it really speaks of the time from like the end of the 90s, where everything was see-through and glittery. With Polly Pockets, I actually prefer the pastel ones. So this still looks cool. You know, here is like a piano. Here's something like where they could, I don't know, what is it? It's probably like directly where they got married. Here are the benches like in the church. Here's like a little pond, and the bridge over it. It's not too bad. So I definitely picked it up for €2. It still says Bluebird at the back, but it's not one that is completely considered the vintage Bluebird era of Polly Pocket. This one actually comes in 2 variants. So if you go to onlypollypocket.com, which is main websites for Polly Pocket collectors, you actually just find another version which is not see-through. It's more purple, but it's opaque. You can't look through it, and this whole circle is yellow, not yellow, more like this greenish yellow, so it looks different. So it is a variant. I don't know, maybe just a European variant or something, not exactly sure, but this one in this color is not listed there. That's a little bit interesting. Oh, you can see the camera. Ooh, there you are. She also had another Polly Pocket set from that era, which is not a compact. It's like an open play set. Too big, not interested in it. Nah, but nice to see. Why not? Yeah. Was this actually the last thing? I mean, at least what I thought it was the last thing from this flea market. I think so, because I just thought like, okay, now that's I've seen everything. It's cool. I found a little bit of cool stuff, and I wanted already to go to the bus station, but I saw then, oh well, the next bus just in like 15 or 20 minutes or what it was. It was definitely enough time to get back to the flea market, which is just like a minute away from the bus station, to have another look. And I'm so glad I did. Hey guys, I found something which I wasn't actually not expecting. This is a Mighty Max, like the boy version of Polly Pocket. You can see it's also from Bluebird Toys. And with these two I was like, what's that? I can't find anything. And the seller actually informed me they are turtles, which is correct because it says Mirage Studios. I mean, no figurines inside, but I'm pretty happy about that. So, good Polly Pocket / miniature toy. I found these amazing play sets there. The first thing is like, I mean, I already walked past this like vendor like at the beginning when I was there. I didn't notice it, probably because, you know, I'm like directed like to the pastel colors, to pink, so that's usually what my eye picks up first. So I didn't recognize those, but then I was like, huh, isn't that, what's that? It was also pretty like far away, couldn't reach it right, but isn't that a Mighty Max? Whoa! So that was the very first Mighty Max I've ever found. Mighty Max are the counterparts to Polly Pockets. They are also produced by Bluebird Toys around the same time. I think I started a little bit later, maybe more than 91, 1992, 1993. Around that time they were pretty big. But they are more like marketed towards boys. Of course, as a girl you also could play with them. You could play as a boy with Polly Pockets, but they are all like more like, you know, kind of cool, ugly, you know, with lots of blood and bones and monsters and I mean, you can probably see what I mean. This is the 1991. I'm not exactly sure, but because online I couldn't find out like super good infos about all of the different Mighty Max sets, but it belongs to the Doom Zone series. It's called Grapples with Battle Cat. At first I thought it's a rat, but it's actually something missing, because out here would come like two big like teeth, so it looks like a saber-toothed cat, like a Smilodon. So that's the Battle Cat. You open it up like this, then like this, and it reveals this playset. Same as Polly Pocket, you know, but just like different vibe going on, more like marketed towards boys. And it also had like these tiny figures. Of course, they're missing. Got it at a flea market. How lucky can you be to get like those small figurines at the flea market? And the main character was Mighty Max. He was a like guy character, a boy with a base cap and jeans, who stumbled upon all those adventures with monsters and whatever. I think another like a giant or more like a troll or something is actually also included in the set, and a big mammoth with two big like teeth, and if you would place it right, then those teeth would look out here. So it's actually pretty cool how all of this is constructed. Same as Polly Pocket, it's the same company, so it's amazing. But it's really like, it goes more into the gross out section, you know, bones, blood, and yeah, this like this other figurine, if you would place that one correct, then you would be able to see the other eye, because this eye is actually from this mountain here, and if you would place the other figurine, it had something like a bloody piece of meat in its hand, and then this would be like the other eye, so you can see that it's missing. But yeah, still so cool. This is the Mighty Max symbol here, and Bluebird. 1993, sorry, not 1991, 1993. But that wasn't everything. Then I saw this and I was like, huh, this looks also like it could be a playset of some sorts, but I couldn't find it, like it didn't say Bluebird Toy, so I knew that it wasn't Mighty Max. I was like, what is that? I opened it up and I was like, oh, that's cool. And when he told me the price, I was like, oh, okay, this one's more expensive than this. Like, why? Can you tell me what this is? And I'm just like super stupid for not recognizing that this one goes to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, this is made by Playmates. And then I also saw there's another one, so I didn't even see that one. Playmates in the 90s, early 90s, is from 1994, like published like 3 of those Polly Pocket Mighty Max kind of playsets, the mini mutant playsets. So, and I have now 2 of them. These are the very first like Ninja Turtles I ever found at a flea market, or at least that I got, because most of the stuff is pretty expensive, and I'm like, I'm not collecting it, so I don't want to buy it for a huge like amount of like money. But these prices weren't as bad. Like he wanted like €5, I think, for the Mighty Max, and I'm not exactly sure, €8 for those. Whoops. Well, I'm pretty proud that I haggled him down. In the end, I paid 16 euro for all of the three. This is the, how is it called? This is the mini mutant Toka, because Toka is a character. It's, I think, from the second movie. It's like another mutated turtle, but it looks very spiky and it looks more like this. So it's probably one of those snapping turtles. In this form, of course, it looks more like a real turtle, other than the mutated form. But when you open it up, it reveals actually the inside of the Technodrome. So this is like the baddie playset, so the bad guys playset. You can put this thing in here, and this has so many cool like features. You can open it up here in the back. Then you could go in here. This is like the tube. You can even push the tube out a little bit more. Then you could push this upwards and open the mouth. Actually, something else would be here. There's so much missing, but these playsets are so cool. You can also push a wheel under here, and then the table turns. You know, you could do some experiments there. Put crank there, whatever. No, crank was not in the set, but it came actually with 3 little figurines, with Shredder, with Bebop or Rocksteady, one of the two, and with Raphael, so one of the turtles. Actually, the legs are movable, and I just think this is so cool. Like, you can stand it up like this, and then play a lot with this thing. And this one even looks a little bit more like a turtle. And so I felt so dumb for not recognizing this. Yeah, you can open this up. So this is Raphael. This is the mini mutant Ruff, the feudal. I don't know how this is pronounced. Playset, because it looks like a medieval castle inside. These open up. They're cages. Cages. And everything's missing, of course. This would go somewhere here, then you could slide your figurine down here, down the rope. This one also opens up in the back again. This is here, and it has another opening here. There would be another part that would you could put here, so they could like stairs or something that you could go in here. This one here. Whatever. There's also a lot of things are missing. Obviously, here was you could this is like a stone throwing device. You know, it also came with a little like plastic stone. You would like, and then you could throw it somewhere to defend your castle against the evil medieval Shredder or whatever. And this one came with 2 of the turtles, so it also came again with Raphael, which makes sense, Raph, with Donnie, so Donatello, and with, Bebop or Rocksteady. I actually always mix that up, so no idea. But like under the food, you can see that it says like Mirage Studios and Playmates and 1994. So these are my very first turtle toys. And the crazy thing is that this guy also told me that he was more like a vendor, it was not his private stuff from childhood or something, that he also had a lot of Polly Pockets, but apparently he does not take them to the flea market, he puts them online. So Polly Pockets, he's like so surprised that they sell for these crazy prices online. Yeah. Sadly, but at least he took the boys' versions to the flea market, so I could find them there. So I'm really happy about the Mighty Max. Actually, I'm kind of more happy about the Mighty Max, but I'm also super happy that I found like my very first like real Ninja Turtle toys. By the way, here over in Europe, I mean, I was not a Ninja Turtles fan as a child. I mean, I knew them, but I never watched the cartoon or the movies. It was just like a thing that was around. I don't have really like childhood memories, but they were known as Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, because ninja was a word that was like, I don't know, it was like it was more like a criminal word that they didn't want to use for children's stuff, so it was like the Hero Turtles. Anyways, let's get to my local flea market, because after that I really went home. Like, I went to the bus station and then got home. It's not a vintage Care Bear, it's from 2015, but it's pretty cute. And I decided to buy it. Yeah, and usually, I don't know, I always think that at my local flea market I won't find stuff. But when I'm thinking about it, I've actually found a lot of stuff there. Like my PJ Sparkles Twinkle, for example, or like, I don't know, I found like a lot of G4 ponies, my very first G2 pony, I found keepers there. Actually, it's not a bad flea market, if I think about it. So I shouldn't be so surprised that I find stuff there. I found this cute Care Bear. It's not a vintage one. I mean, I was already pretty happy that I found these, some of these toys that are vintage, you know, the Mighty Max, etc. From the 90s, early 90s, that's vintage. But I'm also very happy about this one, although it is not vintage. It's a surprise bear. It's from 2015, and it's my very first Care Bear plush. It's just like, I don't know, a couple of years ago I've heard like someone from the US say in a video, like, if you want to start collecting any vintage toys, just do it. Just start Care Bears, because they're out there so much that you will find them all over, and they're so cheap. And I was just like, is that an American only thing? Because here over in Europe, I mean, at least in Germany, I don't find anything Care Bears at all. So I'm so happy. I mean, this little girl was selling like some things, and like, it was like, she didn't know, like I asked her how much she wants, and she was like, I don't know. And I was like, don't you want to ask your parents? And his father was really not interested. So I'm just like, I don't know, how much do you want for this little cutie? Like, and she was like, I don't know, €1. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe €2. Oh yeah, 2 or 3. So I just gave her €3. I would have maybe given her 5 or something, when she was like, yeah, 3 or 1 or 2. I gave her €3. I hope she doesn't regret it. This one is really cute. It's, as I said, from 2015. It's like, it looks really like super sweet. The symbol is really, I don't know how they call the symbols. Are they called symbols? It's really nice. It's embroidered. This is Surprise Bear, and I was pretty surprised when I looked him up that it's actually always, like, all of the vintage ones, or most of the other ones, actually are blue. So this is one of the only toys out there of Surprise Bear that's purple. So why did they change that? I have no idea. Maybe because there were so many other blue Care Bears. I really like this, and I actually have to look up if this one was also in the Care Bears movie that I that I watched as a child, because the symbol kind of, I don't know, it reminds me of something, because there was one Care Bears movie that I always watched as a child, Care Bears in Wonderland, or I think that's what it was called. This one's really cuddly. I really like it, although it is actually like just from like a couple of years ago. So that was a good day for purple plush toys.
So here's just the last bit of footage that I shot that day, because actually I think like around 45 minutes is okay for this video, so I'm going to put the next weekend in a different video. This box was just, I mean, lots of things which I'm not really interested in, but this Wheel of Fortune Tiger handheld thing looked pretty cool. Like, if you're a retro gamer, that might be interesting. Yeah, the rest, Teletubbies, not that interesting, but Thank you for watching. See you real soon and may the toys be with you. Bye.